My gouache painting process has been kinda chaotic so far. As you see in this video, I normally keep layering on and on without a clear idea of what I'm doing, ending up in painting session of hours for a small piece. Today, in this sketchbook session, I want to practice my painting process with gouache and trying to simplify my layers as much as possible. My goal today is to have one, maximum 2 layers of single tonal value, blending them together using the property of gouache to be reactivatable with water, and see if I can reach a decent result in half an hour or so. As for materials, I'm gonna use my portable travel palette of gouache. The sketchbook is my beloved SMLT art mixed media one, and as for brushes, I'm gonna use the Da Vinci synthetic one, flat, medium, small size brush, and a point brush that is originally for watercolor, but it's the smallest one I have, is a Tintoretto one. I'm gonna start mixing my skin color with the yellow and red and adding a little drop of blue in it and then some white to make it much more light. To make the shadow part of the face, I usually add some green, so the complementary color, or I add some drop of dark color like black or brown, and then I simply place the shadow and then I can blend them with a slightly wet clean brush. I try to avoid using only black or white to change the tonal value of my colors, because I saw they end up making a little grayish result and desaturate strongly, really. So I like my gouache portrait to be very colorful and popping out, so I try to find some other balance. Like in the air, I'm using mostly a brown and then maybe adding some black in the brown as well, or blue. There are different approaches to gouache portrait when it comes to facial features like eyes and eyebrows. Some people like to add them directly in the beginning so they have their strongest values, the darkest dark has a reference. I personally like to make it later on because I don't know, it makes something like breathable in the face, if you can understand me. In the moment I add these features, I really understand, okay, this is actually working. So I'm trusting the process till that moment. Something I enjoy doing on my portraits in gouache, if they are not surrounded by the air, like in this case, I make some line art around with a brownish color, as well as using the clothes themselves as a complementary and contrasted color of the face. This one in particular was the first portrait of that day, and so it took me always a little bit of, inertia to start working with gouache, as I'm not used to it. It took me quite longer than the other ones, I think around 40 minutes. And as you see, I end up overworking the face features and overblending the skin itself. One of my most favorite things of gouache is that it's a little bit connected to oil texture, and so I enjoy so much these dry brush strokes I can get, and I use them in the background as much as possible. So creative people that are watching this video, if you want to paint along with me, you will find the reference in my Pinterest board, linked in the description below as always. If so, please tag me on your favorite social media, I would love to see your results. I'm everywhere on the internet with the same nickname, illustrazionidilut. You can find the full process of these 3 gouache portraits on the membership of my channel with the name Supporters Plus, real time with no cuts. But for now I leave you with the last 2 portraits of this sketchbook spread, and I see you in the end of the video for the final results. The last two portraits took me half an hour each one, which is still longer than I expected, but I think it's a limit of the medium itself. I cannot make it faster. I'm overall happy with the result. I can see an improvement between the first one and the last one. If you enjoy painting with me, this is the next video you should watch. If you watched this far, I invite you to like the video and subscribe the channel. And I see you in the next one. Bye guys!